Hello and welcome to the Heretic Mansion, the Shin Megami Tensei podcast. I'm your host, John. You guys want
And
to introduce?
yeah. I guess I could just introduce myself. Or wait,
Yeah.
no, how about we introduce this meme lord that we have over here first before, my introduction's a little bit lengthy, so save the best for last.
Oh, I am the Keemstar of SMT. I am Andreas, and I am an SMT fan. So yeah.
Yeah,
And you're a meme lord.
yeah, he's our go-to guy for memes. Yeah, he's done the great infamous poll on Twitter. Is Kazuma Kaneko secretly El Chapo? 10 out of 10. Best poll. Anyways, enough of that aside. My name's Anthony, and you guys may know me as NeosAntrax on YouTube. I think Reddit, Twitter, Twitch. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all my social media accounts they can find me on. I also co-host a podcast, my own podcast. It's called the SMT Amala Network podcast. John has advertised it on his channel before, so if you don't know about that, give it give it a look. It's on Watermelon Media channel. Just do a Google search, or even then, we're probably gonna have the links in the description.
I've got a link to it on my channel under featured channels.
Yeah, so check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Also, Keith, another guy who used to be on the Heretic Mansion podcast. I think he pops in and out some days or so. But yeah, he has actually created a niche video gaming channel. It's also featured in John's features channels. Go there, give it a look. He did his very first video. I think it's phenomenal. Check it out. It's pretty much based around the first Megami Tensei game, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Yeah, and also don't forget to subscribe to me, because I upload video game extensions of various Megami Tensei games, as well as I upload some of my mods for Shin Megami Tensei 4 and music hacks and whatnot. Also, if you guys didn't know, I also did the translation for SMT4 Final, also known as Apocalypse. So I'm that guy. Yeah, and final point, join up our Facebook group. John's also in there. Facebook.com/group/Mega10. You can find all of us there. We do streams, we do discussions, we do the works. Anything. If you need anything SMT related, we got it. We have pretty much a safe environment governed by a lot of us admins. And yeah, I hope you guys take a look into that stuff, and we'll see you there. Yeah.
Tell your friends about our group too.
Oh yeah, I also updated my description on my YouTube channel. It's if you go to the About panel, you'll see the links to Watermelon Media's channel, also the Facebook group I'm in. You can pretty much find everything else like Twitter, Google Plus, Twitch, whatever on my on using the extensions on YouTube. So, yeah.
I'll put a link to all that in the description in case you're too lazy to navigate.
All right. So let's get this show on the road, shall we?
So yeah, but before we do that, I'd just like to say, even though they probably already figured this out, Jeff isn't here because he's sick. So whatever one of us isn't going to be there, we're probably going to have guests like we do now. In fact, every once in a while we might have guests anyway.
Yeah, I might just chip in, because John's also part of my podcast, so it's time for me to return the favor for him because he's been in every single episode I've done so far. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the beautiful sound of my voice, also Andreas's voice. So yeah.
Stop lying.
I'm not though.
All right, so now I think it's time to get into today's main topic, and you think we should start with the main topic or do the extra topics first?
Well, let's start with the extra topics. We can pretty much start from what we're playing currently right now. So, want to start us off? Then,
So you want me to start?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what you were
So
up to.
okay, so I haven't really played it much recently, but I'm currently playing through Shadow Hearts. It's a great game. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's a fan of S&T. It's very dark. It's got the story is based on Taoism, kind of like how all the S&T game stories are based on different mythologies. Like Persona 3 is Greek, Persona 4 is Shinto, Devil Survivor and the main lines are Christian. Digital Devil Saga is Hindu. Shadow Hearts is based on Taoism, and I find it very interesting. Also, the battle system is kind of like a blend between Digital Devil Saga and I guess you could say Persona. It's like you got your character who can turn into these demon things, except he doesn't. Except he's not always the demon thing by default. You have to like turn into them, and he can turn into more than one of them. And there's also this thing called the Judgment Ring, where whenever you initiate an attack, you'll have like it's kind of like Paper Mario, where you press A or X at a certain time, and you'll get bonuses based on it. So yeah, it's a very fun game. Definitely check it out if you see it.
Yeah.
Also one other thing. This last week I was playing the Battlefield 1 beta, and I mean the game was fun, but I if I were to get the full game, I'd need PlayStation Plus to play it, and yeah, I'm not really too keen on doing that, but I'll probably explain that later.
Alright, yeah. I heard basically usually our conversations on Discord, yeah, you were having trouble with that beta. Just playing it.
Well, I mean the game was fun. I was just sucking at it.
Alright, yeah. Andreas, you wanna go?
What I'm playing right now, as of this moment, is Dark Souls 3. It's a good game.
Yeah, I heard it's better than 2 actually.
2's the worst though.
Well, I mean, yeah, I heard that too, but isn't it like 1? I heard something
Yeah,
like that. It was like 1, but it's better. No, it's 1 like but it's faster.
it's
Yes.
like the homage of the Souls series, except for Bloodborne. That's a one-off.
Yeah.
And what I'm also playing is Overwatch because it was free this weekend.
Yeah, I think there's like one more day left on it as of this recording, I think.
Is that just on PC or is it
It's
also
on
consoles?
console. It's consoles exclusive. I guess they
Oh.
want to bring up the console sales.
Okay. Well, maybe next time they have one, I'll check it out.
I guess I should go then. So yeah,
Yep.
I've been just on a Mega 10 fix for the past couple weeks or so. I haven't really been playing any other games other than Mega 10. So I finally managed to finish SMTF, which I'm pretty happy about. I loved the whole I love the whole thrill of actually playing the game in general. However, there was some moments where I was really salty and like just to beat the final boss, Hazuma was just a pain in the ass. Just because I had to go back a couple times, level up, had an absurd amount of HP, which really triggered me the most. But yeah, I finally got through it, and I love the ending. I got the Yumi route. I decided that was the generic route to go with. I was playing the PS1 version too, and I highly recommend if anybody's getting into or trying to play SMTF, play the PS1 version because it's better than the SNES version and has better features. There's a lot of walkthroughs for it on SMTG. If you go on the general boards over there, they have a guide on it. They also recommend. I didn't do this personally, but if you have the PS1 version of SMT 1 and 2, just literally just create save data for it, play through a game like probably just the first moments of it, play through it, create save data. It will reduce, I think, or make the third dungeon a little bit easier. Because the third dungeon, as you may know, has a high encounter rate on the bottom floor. So I recommend just doing that. I didn't do it personally, so I had to suffer through hell for that. But anyways, yeah, SMTF, pretty good game. I might do a second playthrough probably in the near future. I just don't see myself doing it right away, as I have Majin Tensei, which I'm currently playing, and also Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I still need to beat Digital Devil Saga. I'm at endgame for that game. Just that I don't have a proper team, or I don't have a proper set of skills to actually take on the final boss. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing, all SMT.
Well, I mean, you're probably gonna want to play If again when it gets translated.
Yeah, I think so. I'll probably take or see if there's any easier things I can do, or anything that's easier, or anything that makes the game easier, pretty much. So, because I suffered through hell with the PS1 version and it was crazy, and of course Moon Runes, which is another thing I'm bad at. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that topic. What do we have next to talk about?
Next is Apocalypse hype.
Oh yeah.
Because it's only a few weeks away from release, and I'm definitely looking forward to play it because it's a new main line. And oh my god, I just said I was looking forward to playing Apocalypse.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm also looking forward to play Apocalypse. I've actually played through the Japanese version like 5 times. It was an amazing. It was really fun. The game was fun. Just really questioning on most of the most of the events that happen in the game. I'm not gonna go through it because of spoilers' sake. However, Jeff on the latest episode, before this episode, explained his thoughts on reading spoilers for this game, and I do agree with him on some points. My points are pretty much similar to his. However, I have significant differences when it comes to certain things when I went through the game. However, the game is great. I do recommend it, highly recommend it. If you're in the thrill to find just to play a difficult Mega 10 game, this game will do it just for you. You can customize your difficulty. You can literally do anything you want with this game, pretty much, to get your mainline fix from it. It's got a lot of content. You got your post game content, a lot of quests to choose from. So you're gonna literally be busy doing all the quests you can in this game. When it comes to post game content and DLC, there's a lot of them. Same thing like the first game. DLC this time around is fluctuating in content. I'd say even with the Kongokai Messiahs, that's gonna keep you busy for at least, or if you want to play it again, like, which I highly recommend because I've played the Kongokai Messiahs DLC like 2-3 times. I had fun with it. But yeah, looking forward to the Western release. I'm gonna just pop it open and play day one when it comes out next week. I think it's the 20th. So as of right now, it's the 9/11. So yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Anyways.
And also it's the birthday of the franchise.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that.
The franchise was born on 9/11.
Yes, the franchise was born on 9/11. Forgot to mention that. So happy birthday, Megami Tensei. Hope to see more games from the mainline. Then yeah, I don't know why Atlas is not having, or Atlas Japan is not having a huge celebration right now, because I feel like there should be some...
I mean, it's the 29th. It's the 29th birthday. Give it a year.
Give it a year? Alright, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. It seems like a big deal. But anyways, we'll see next year for that. You can see festivals and all that stuff. Well, what was the Persona 5 anniversary? It was 25th anniversary, right?
The 25th anniversary of the Persona franchise. No, it's the 20th. Never mind.
20th. Oh, there's that. So you gotta wait 1 year more for that celebration for Megami Tensei. If not, I'm calling you out, Atlas. Anyways, what about you, Andreas, on the Apocalypse hype train?
Yeah. SMT4, good game. Like, I'm not hype as everybody else. I would say, like, I would still buy it day one, but it's a 7 out of 10 for hype.
Alright. So would that change when you finally get the game? Like, when you start playing through it, how do you feel about the aesthetics, the gameplay, whatever you've seen of the game? I'm not too sure if you actually looked into the gameplay videos of it.
I mean, I did, when the game came out in Japan, I did dive into 4chan for like a week for the final boss.
Oh, you did, eh? Okay.
I'm never going there again.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was there for a bit. Like, I literally just grabbed whatever I could from that place and just reposted it on Facebook at the time. But yeah, I was pretty much hyped to see to see what the game was about. Other than that, I'm kind of depressed at the fact that most of the people who looked into spoilers are not hyped for the game, which is kind of like you kind of brought this on yourself. So, I mean, yeah,
I'm not hyped due to I looked at the spoilers. Like,
yeah,
that made me even more hyped.
okay, but yeah, as you're
But
kind of,
it's like, it's not the most hyped game of the year. That's what I'm saying.
you think Persona 5 will top it?
Eh,
Well,
let's
well,
see.
I mean, thing is, we don't get Persona 5 until next year.
Yeah, but just looking at what you see right now for Persona 5, people are going to be getting this game really early. So expect spoilers on the ass for this. Um, yeah.
You don't have to worry about spoilers in our group. Like, if somebody's going to post spoilers, I'll make sure they
Yeah,
put a
it's
spoilers
deleted.
tag on it.
It's, yeah, like pretty much in a Facebook group, we literally are on it every day. You pretty much see everything, so don't worry about that.
Unlike another group where spoilers are put up there all the time without warning. Okay, and
Anyways.
also, while we're still on the topic of SMT4, I just want to address something because I got a comment on my last video. I don't hate SMT4. I think SMT4 is a very good game. I just have a lot of pet peeves with it. So if I sound like I'm bashing SMT4, I'm not. It's just
You're
I
just
have a lot of
nitpicking.
criticisms of it.
You're just nitpicking, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
I mean, I'm not nitpicking because I want to make the game look bad. I'm nitpicking because these are just the issues I have with the game.
By all means, you can criticize a game for whatever reason you have. I mean, for me, there's a lot of things I don't like about SMT4, like characters and certain events that happen, and there's a lot of things I don't like about Apocalypse, even though I played the game. It's really just that I have like opinions that probably won't be like that will be different from the general consensus. The same thing goes for Persona 4. I don't like Persona 4 that much, right? The only thing I like about it is probably the dungeons and mechanics that I could do with it. But other than that, like when it comes to overall gameplay and story, not really a fan of it. But that doesn't mean I hate the game. I do have some positive points about it. Like one guy
Yeah, and
said, yeah, go ahead.
Also, I just want to say SMT4. Well, okay. Besides Strange Journey, SMT4 is my favorite of the main line, so it's my second favorite main line.
It's my favorite main line because it's probably one of the first main lines I played. Soul Hackers being the first old Tensei game I've played that's similar to mainline. Yeah, pretty much SMT4 set the standard for mainline games pretty much coming out. Like, I mean, it's probably not going to be on the 3DS. The next installment, SMT5, maybe it's going to be on a different console. But however, they
think it'll be on the NX.
NX, probably PS4. Who knows?
I think it depends on how well the NX does. It makes sense that they put it on the 3DS because the 3DS is a pretty.
But here's
big
the
success.
thing: NX is going to be a hybrid console, so
Yeah.
it's going to be portable. So it makes sense why they would put it on the NX. Plus, they're probably going to have more features on the NX when it comes to. I mean, the NX is supposedly rumored to be rocking an NVIDIA Tegra chip, which is found in NVIDIA Shield handhelds, pretty much for PC streaming. So I hope to God. I mean, NVIDIA, I think, is also in PS4 and PS3. Not too sure. They probably use AMD, but regardless.
Yeah, they use AMD.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, pretty much, regardless, whatever the situation is, NX is probably going to be AMD based anyways too. So
Yeah.
there's
Well,
that.
the thing is, we don't really know anything about we haven't gotten any official information on the NX yet, which
But
Nintendo should probably do if they
looking
want
at the
to
past
sell.
consoles, alone, and it's going to be just AMD as the main manufacturer.
Yeah.
Wii U was rocking AMD Espresso modified chip, and the Wii was doing. I think it had its own AMD chip, but I digress. SMT4 pretty much set the standard, and yeah, we're gonna see more games like that in the mainline series for sure. I'm praying to God.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
If it does well.
Yeah.
But we've already talked about that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So what else can we say?
Next thing is Persona 5. It's the Persona. It's just I can just say Persona 5 news. There's a PS4 bundle that's being released in Japan, and
they have
there's
that. Yeah.
Yeah, also the Famitsu review where they gave it a 39 out of 40.
Yeah.
So that's a 9. That's a 98 and a half out of 100.
Yeah, something like that. But whatever. Who cares? We don't listen to reviews, right? We want to see the game.
Right.
Pretty much, Famitsu has been going on Famitsu is literally just circle jerking this game. Like, it's literally just Persona 5 after Persona 5 after Persona 5 video you would find on YouTube, or Facebook, or Nico. They literally are just praising this game to be the best. I mean, it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be the best game. I'm not gonna put it down yet. But here's the thing. This game has been delayed forever. I mean, look at
It's been delayed 2.5 years.
Look at Mighty Number 9 and look at Persona 5. I mean, not gonna say it's gonna be shit, but just have your precautions set up to what you're gonna be expecting.
Well, I think that if it turns out that the game is shit, then the franchise is finished.
Sure.
I know I've said this before, but after being delayed this much and it being this long since the last true Persona game, the franchise is going to be done if the game is bad.
I don't think they will write off Persona, considering how well it's done in the past. They probably might just go back to the social linking shit in Persona 6 if they wanted to, because everybody loved that fucking social interaction with the Persona game. Other than that, you're not gonna see social links in Persona 5. You're not gonna see you're gonna see demon negotiations. You're gonna see more mainline elements or more Persona-esque, Persona 1, 2 elements in this game, because
they're pandering to the mainline fans.
Exactly. One guy said that. That's hilarious. I laughed at that comment.
I slapped myself when I saw that.
Yeah. It's yeah, go ahead, Andres.
As long as the US version of Persona 5 of the trailer doesn't mention anime fans on prom night, I'm good.
Pretty much. But yeah, we're expecting good things for Persona 5. Otherwise, I wouldn't say to hold it up high to the point where it's like is the superior game of all time. You don't know that yet. Like a lot of people have been jumping the gun and saying, "Oh, it's got the best characters. This is gonna be better than like any other game on the planet and all that stuff." I'm like,
Like, you don't know that yet.
dude, like dudettes, we don't know that shit yet. Like, just
And once again, it's been delayed to hell.
yeah, exactly. So lay low,
And there's
calm down.
also been, and once again, like Mighty Number 9, there's been a lot of bad communication. Like, I remember in 2013, I saw the trailer. It said coming winter 2014 for PS3. So we didn't get any information.
Yeah, we got crappy information. We got no communication on Atlas Japan or Atlas USA, which is bad PR.
I remember sometime in 2014 they announced that it was going to come to PS4. So then we got no information until January 2015, where we got a trailer that said it was coming 2015. So then in Tokyo Game Show 2015, we got another trailer where it got delayed to summer 2016. And then we didn't hear any information on it up until I think it was either March or April, where they finally gave us a Japanese release date.
Yeah. So,
and it's like the second to last day of summer, I think.
Yeah. Pretty much, we've been getting all these skeptical things about Persona 5. Now, information has been released for Persona 5. There's a plethora of information for Persona 5. So anybody who complains that there's no news, I mean, there is now. Other than that, I don't think anybody should be jumping the gun and saying this game is going to be the best thing that's happened or anything, because we don't know yet. Like, let's wait until the 15th or 14th. Let the people who have the game decide that. When it comes,
I'm going to be avoiding people that import it because I'm sure they're going to be spoiling it.
They are, however, I've in the group,
well, I mean, not in this group. I mean, in like just other parts of the internet.
Yeah. You're pretty much gonna have to unlink if you're following my page on Facebook, which is at Krishna the Fedora Tipper. Unlike it, please, because I'm gonna be streaming Persona 5 probably occasionally on it. I'm not gonna stream too much on that page. I'll probably stream it on Twitch or somewhere else or on YouTube. However, avoid everything, because I mean I'm gonna make guides on how to avoid spoilers. I'm probably gonna share like a tribe too, to see if because they're really strict on spoilers. I don't post when it comes to anything spoiler related. I don't post in there. I usually post on my main group. However, it's usually spoilers for an old ass game that nobody cares about. So there's that. Yeah, Andreas, what were you saying?
You know what is the best?
Dark Souls 3.
No, besides that, the Brave Frontier X Apocalypse promotion.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Brave Frontier X Apocalypse, or crossover with Apocalypse. This is going to lead into our main topic. However, I played a lot of Brave Frontier this past week or so, and I can honestly say this collaboration means a lot to Brave Frontier fans as well as Atlas fans. I hope people who are playing Brave Frontier will look into playing the SMT Apocalypse. It's a really cool crossover. I'd say because just the concepts, they're really neck and neck. The whole summoning and fusing and everything in Brave Frontier literally ties in with the elements of SMT. Currently, right now, they have every single time you log in, you'll get promotion items, which will help you benefit your existing units that you have, and pretty much prosper your units, whatever you may own. On the side of that, you get SMT Apocalypse characters as units, so you get Dagda, which is a god killer demon that possesses Nanashi. You get Lucifer, the Dark Lord Lucifer, obviously. Krishna, the divine powers representative, as well
Flynn.
as Flynn, Nozomi, and Asahi, also side characters and friends of the main protagonist Nanashi, and also Merkaba, the angel that represents law in the game. So you get all those characters. Currently, right now, you can get Lucifer as of speaking on 9/11. The Lucifer spawn will end on the 13th, and the Krishna one will start then. After the Krishna one, Merkaba will be available, and towards the end of September, you'll get Asahi, Nozomi, and Flynn. So stay tuned for that if you're playing Brave Frontier. And I hope everybody who's playing Brave Frontier looks into this game, buys it. I pray to God that whoever plays Brave Frontier looks into it, because it's a really obscure game. Nobody knows about the SMT franchise as a whole, and I think this crossover means a lot for Atlas. Just the score alone will get some sales going or get the movement going on this game. I don't think it'll make it really like a mainstream thing. However, it will definitely help out sales as with the SMT cross Fire Emblem promotion that we had with the original SMT4. That significantly,
that announcement got everybody on board.
Yes, so hopefully Brave Frontier does that, or even tops the sales for SMT4 Apocalypse, or SMT4. So going back to Persona 5 a little bit, I wanted to say something about Persona 5, just on the topic of spoilers, really. When it comes to fans, and if you're a fan of Persona, you're probably a fan of the mainline series. However, when it comes to the case, just by the analysis of personalities I've seen on social media when it comes to Persona 5 fan, I mean, most of the community who's gotten into Mega 10 or the mainline series has pretty much played Persona as their first game, which is fine. I'm not judging you for it. But when it comes to the equality or the people, how they act towards a certain game, they'll have they'll have different judgment on things. They'll be like, I don't care too much for mainline, so I'm gonna spoil this. However, I'm gonna complain about it the next day and be like, oh yeah, I'm not too fond of Apocalypse, so I'm probably not gonna get it on release, and pretty much not buy it and wait for a price drop. But I'm totally hyped for Persona 5. I'm not gonna spoil myself on it. Totally hyped for it. I'm gonna buy that day one. That says a lot for the community, in a sense, because I've seen that whole twisted personality type of thing with the Persona fans. It's only probably like a few people I've seen who had that logic. When it comes to the diehard Persona fans, Persona 5, all the way, let's go. They're pretty good. When it comes to Persona 5, that's all they can think of.
Well, from my experience with the Persona only fans, it's a thing where it's like they just don't want to get into mainline either because it doesn't have social links or something like that.
That's the thing. Persona 5 is not gonna have social links, and that's gonna hurt them really badly. They're probably gonna say.
I mean, I personally like social links, but I'm not gonna boycott the game because it doesn't have them.
A lot of people, I've seen a lot of Persona fans do that. It's really weird as to why they will boycott a game or they will judge this game for not having social links.
However, there were some Persona fans that were saying they were going to boycott the game because, Futaba's or one of the characters' cleavage was covered up by Morgana's head in the English box art.
That's a meme.
Even though I'm pretty sure most of that was a joke, but I think some of them were serious.
Yeah, but that's a meme. I don't think you should take that seriously. However, when it comes to the general consensus, just speaking in general with the Persona fans, Persona 5 is probably going to change. It's going to be a big game changer for the franchise itself. However, if the change is not the way that Atlas has expected it, they'll probably just go back to doing the social links with Persona 6. However, social links don't make up the Persona series. Persona 1 and 2 don't have social links whatsoever, so deal with it. Look at Persona 5 the same way. Look at Persona 5 as a gateway game into checking out the other games before Persona 3 and 4. That's what I have. That's what I have to say for the Persona.
Yeah, if you're looking forward to Persona 5 and you haven't played 3 and 4, I suggest you start with 2.
Yeah, 2 is pretty good. 2's got amazing personalities on characters when it comes.
Story is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And a motorcycle.
There you go. Yeah, that too. Also,
and Hitler.
Yeah, you can't forget about Hitler. Hitler makes a game amazing. Also, just switching gears to mainline fans, which I find really funny with mainline fans, Die Hard especially. They don't like how Apocalypse is priced, and they don't like the way how Apocalypse, like the route of Apocalypse is going. I'd say that's totally a good reason as to why for the price point. If you don't want to buy a game for the price point, that's fine. Just wait for the price drop or whatever.
Well, it's not so much the price; it's the fact that Atlas is charging $50 for it when other 3DS games are all $40.
Yeah, that's a main issue there with so when it comes to mainline fans who are they probably have a job, they probably have a family, they probably have God knows what college tuition fees to pay. They can't afford to bust out $50 or $73 Canadian on this game, which is totally fine with me. It's a plausible reason as to why you don't want to play this game at the moment. However, when it comes to mainline fans, just one look at it and they're intimidated, or some people are. Some people are really intimidated about the gameplay. I've been reading around the personalities of people on Facebook as to why they don't want to try out the game, which some of them don't have real good reasons. They're either busy with other games. I'm like, okay. When the same thing goes with Persona 5 fans or Persona fans, they're intimidated by the mainline. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because of the difficulty.
I don't think so, because Atlas has went out and said there's free DLC. You can hit Paradise mode, and literally the game is just a breeze. So I don't see the problem.
Honestly, I have no idea why Persona fans don't want to get in the main line.
Yes.
The only reason I can think of is lack of social links.
Yeah, but the one thing. Yeah, go ahead, Andres.
Oh, I was going to talk about how Devil Survivor 2 somewhat kinda does it.
Yeah, it has its difficulty spikes, but when I was playing it the first time on the DS, I did have that intimidation there. However, it didn't stop me from playing the overall game itself. Like, I was determined to finish it. So whatever it was, I grinded, I did whatever, and I got over the difficulty spike that it handed to me. I mean, that's Megaten for you. In Megaten, you're gonna have bullshit RNG no matter what game you're playing. So,
I mean, hell, Persona has difficulty spikes too. Like, you guys remember the sleeping table from Persona 3?
Yeah, we all remember that shit. Even Pepperidge Farm remembers that shit.
Pepperidge Farm remembers everything.
But anyways, yeah. Just a one little side note that was really bothering me with just a particular person in my opinion. I was like, spoiled the game for himself for Apocalypse. However, shits on it the next day and says, "Oh, Persona 5 Master Race. I'm totally not gonna. I'm gonna literally put Persona 5 on a silver platter and just give Apocalypse a shade just because of him, or just that person in general, just doing that." it kind of bothered me, but whatever. That's something I wanted to bring up because I've seen the nature of some of the people's reasoning as to why they don't want to buy Apocalypse. And I mean, it deserves all the purchases it can get. So I mean, it's a
Yeah,
good
and
game.
Atlas needs it too.
Yeah, Atlas needs it
If
too.
we want to show Atlas that we care about mainline, then we should probably buy it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Because worst case scenario, if this game fails, Atlas will be like, okay, well, maybe we don't need to make mainline anymore because nobody's gonna.
We can
buy
probably
it.
live off
Stop.
on Persona and whatever, and I'm like, that's something I don't want to see because
I
Persona
don't
was.
want to because I like mainline. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I'm more of an SMT person than Persona, even though I started with Persona. But
Yeah.
I don't want to see the mainline franchise die because Atlas thinks it's obsolete.
Yeah. And I mean the absence of Kaneko and Koji Okada, that's how it's been. It's been looking grim lately for the main line. I'm not to say that the new guys are bad. I mean, they can Ryota, the composer for SMT4 and SMT4 Apocalypse. He's doing well. He's doing great. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
The soundtrack for SMT4 is fucking awesome. That's another
Yes.
thing I like about the game.
Yeah. Masayuki Doi, even though Kaneko's not present, Masayuki Doi can totally take over as a main artist and do demon designs when asked to and refine certain art pieces and whatnot. And is it Masayuki? I think it's Masayuki or Yamai, the director of the franchise, totally doing a great job. I don't see anything wrong with those guys. The only problem I find with it is just that they're not getting the praise and the attention that they need. More of they're just getting the judgment from people who don't like the gameplay or the certain style that it puts on. These guys work hard for us, and I feel like they should be praised just like Kaneko and Koji Okada back in the day. When it came to Persona 1 and 2 or Nocturne or whatever the game may be. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for P5. Oh, one more thing about P5. Today, we got leaked pictures of the Persona 5 Special Edition. The folks in Taiwan got it actually. Someone did an unboxing video. We'll probably link it on the description. Did a unboxing video and
Yeah,
holy
I'll
shit.
put a link to that in the description.
Holy shit, the content is great. However, it's like it bothers me how I feel like the Take Your Heart edition, the North American variant, is going to be a little bit watered down. You got 5 CDs, I think, with that. Like it's all in a shrink wrap and everything. You got the 5 CDs. The first thing when you open it, you got your game on the side. It's not a steel book. Don't worry about that shit. You don't need a steel book. And when you pull
Comes
everything,
with a bag.
Yeah, I think it comes with a bag.
And a Morgana plushie.
Does it really? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it comes with everything. Yeah. No, I honestly just saw the box itself, not the actual accessories with it. I just saw the box. But whatever is in the box, you get your game, you get the soundtrack CDs, and when you pull up, I think you get the posters along with the art book itself. So there you go. Really, really cool stuff. Totally hyped to see what's in it when I get my imported copy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get the collector's edition of Persona 5, and this is coming from a guy that rarely gets collector's editions.
Yeah, this one is flourishing with amazing stuff, so it would be like a bummer to pass this up.
Also,
go ahead.
Well, do you think we're going to get the Persona 5 PS4 Slim bundle?
I highly doubt. Here's the thing with the Persona 5 Slim bundle. There's nothing really aesthetically different. It's literally just a factory-made PS4 Slim in the box. When you set it up, you get your download codes. The only thing that's literally different.
It actually comes. I looked at it today and it said it came with a disc.
It came with a disc.
Yeah.
I heard there was download codes for the game
Okay.
itself. I'm not too sure. However, if it came with the disc, it would most likely be similar to the Uncharted collection, where the Uncharted collection you got your factory jet black PS4 along with the hard copy of the game. The only difference between the like a original console, like a regular PS4 Slim compared to the bundle, is just the game itself and the box. But I don't think they're gonna bring over this bundle because it's really not needed in a sense.
Yeah.
Not many people know about, or not many of the Western audience knows about Persona 5. They know it's up there with Final Fantasy, but not most of the people in the Western society plays PC games, or they're either playing Western games such as, I don't know, what's a good Western game nowadays that people play on PS4?
Call of Duty.
Xbox One, yeah, something like that, some shit like that. But anyways,
Overwatch.
yeah, that shit too.
Wait, oh, that's not coming out this year. Never mind.
Yeah.
Any sports game.
Yeah, pretty much a fucking 2K game. That shit too. I know a lot of people who play 2K games,
games. Titanfall, which is coming out later this year.
Yeah, whatever. It's like just pretty much a random Western generic stuff you'll get from Western developers that expect you to pay out the ass for their game, the half completed game, and expect you to pay for the rest of it. So, yeah. Persona 5, I don't think that's gonna get a bundle over here. However, it's a good way to promote it in Japan, I'd say. Other than that,
I mean, it's not a big deal to me because I already have a PS4 and it's just a generic console. It doesn't have like any special markings on it or anything.
It would be nice if they included like a different shell or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like the Destiny PS4, the Black Ops 3 PS4.
Yeah. Or the 20th anniversary, I think, for the PS1. They had the color tone for it, like it's a gray-ish console. But anyways, yeah, that's something else. I'm pretty sure there's more things to talk about Persona 5. I'm just forgetting what it is.
Well, we can. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say something leading out into the Persona 5 news.
Yeah.
So, like, this is your generic warning to watch your step on the internet, because in a few days, hell's gonna break loose.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People are
especially in that other group. There's gonna be people posting content about it out the ass.
Yeah. Persona 5 or Persona Central has said and went out and said they're not going to post spoilers. However, these past articles, I mean, come on, the main menu, gameplay trailers from Famitsu, all this shit is all spoilers. Like literally, if anybody's trying to avoid zero content whatsoever, you're literally promoting it. So I feel like you're hypocritical in a sense where it's like, oh hey, we're not gonna post spoilers, but we're gonna post whatever Famitsu posts. And if Famitsu plays through halfway through the fucking game, what the hell, man, right? I mean, there was a one time where they had 90 minutes of gameplay on the Famitsu on the Nico stream, and they posted that. They posted a link to the stream. I mean, you're literally promoting spoilers there. But I digress. I don't know what mentality they have on, or what their stance on spoilers is. If an official reviewer or whatever posts it, then it's not considered spoilers. I'm not sure if they think that way, but whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Persona 5. If you're avoiding spoilers, I highly suggest disconnect your Ethernet cord, unsubscribe from your ISP or whatever to avoid this game, or do something stupid. I swear, man. Like when it comes to people on the internet, they complain about, oh hey, I'm trying to avoid spoilers. You're on the internet, fam. You're not gonna escape from that. Like even if you get like a warning from all your social media sites or whatever you follow, there's gonna be probably a percentage of spoiler leaks coming at you some way, in some form or whatever. you're gonna get it, and you're gonna be pissed, and you're probably gonna complain on the boards or whatever you fucking follow. I mean, that's your own fault. I suggest that if you're trying to avoid 0% of spoilers whatsoever, disconnect yourself. Literally, switch to texting, SMS, or whatever if you want to communicate with your friends. Unsubscribe from your ISP. Do whatever you want. But you
Become
gotta remember, go be like a fucking yeah, Amish. Did you say Amish?
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck?
You know who else was Amish for a while?
Who?
Vanilla Ice.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god. What? Okay.
Memes. Anyways, yeah, stay on a farm, live in a barn.
Hang out with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, do that shit, man. Like, if you're trying to avoid 0%, I'm not saying that my group is gonna be spoiling the game, because I'm gonna be deleting everything that literally alerts us for. Personally, in my opinion, I don't give a shit about spoilers. I literally spoiled the shit out of Apocalypse and some of Persona 5 for me. I know what I'm expecting, but I'm still hyped for it. Not many people think that way, but it is
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
don't really care that much about spoilers either.
Yeah, so like I don't mind literally just hitting the delete button and seeing what it is.
I mean, I haven't like looked up spoilers for Persona 5 yet, but if I get spoiled on accident, I'm not going to be too upset.
Yeah, a lot of people like to take that to heart in a sense.
Yeah, like I just shot, like,
yeah,
it's like you spoil something and then they treat it like you just shot their mother or something.
yeah, it's like, holy fucking shit, man. You know what? You're a fucking faggot. You fucking spoiled this game for me. Whatever. Some shit like that. They're gonna be pissed off, salty.
Triggered.
If TLDR, if you're on the internet, just stop. Just stop whatever you're doing. Unsubscribe from your ISP. Get rid of your keyboard. Get rid of your components. Whatever you use to browse the internet, get rid of it if you're trying to avoid spoilers. Other than that, I can't guarantee your safety. Yeah. Anything else we should list? Oh, anything else we should rant about on Persona 5?
Tokyo Game Show.
Oh yeah, Tokyo Game Show. I forgot about that shit. Yeah, Tokyo Game Show. They probably might unveil the next mainline game there. Probably.
Hopefully. Maybe.
Here's hoping they do.
I mean, you guys listening are probably thinking, but wait, we don't even have Apocalypse yet. I'm like, well, we don't have it in the West. It's been out in Japan for almost a year.
Well, it's been out since February.
So when did it? Oh, I thought it came out in November last year.
No, it was revealed November.
Oh yeah.
But then it came out February.
But I mean, it's still kind of a long time.
Yeah, but anyways, even like a 1 minute trailer or whatever for the next mainline game, I heard
just an announcement, like a teaser.
Yeah, a teaser or anything. I heard right after when they completed Apocalypse, they're like, "Yo, we have more ideas, but we couldn't fit it into this game." So they were like literally jumping shifts on writing the next game or what it was going to be, right? Because they were literally on a fix, or they wanted to do this shit. So I'm expecting probably content from TGS. TGS, you'll probably see Persona 5. You're gonna see people streaming that shit. Other than that, you're gonna see Persona 5. You're gonna see the generic Atlas stuff, EO, Etrian Odyssey. Probably some more upcoming Atlas titles. Probably from the Odin Sphere franchise. I don't even know too much about Odin Sphere. I know some things that are going to be Etrian Odyssey related. Probably collaborations. We don't know yet.
They're also going to be putting Sega games there too.
Yeah, Sega games. If you haven't known already, they're part of Sega. So
I'm hoping that they announce Yakuza 1 and 2 coming to PS4 for digital download, because those games are rare and pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yakuza 1, I'm pretty sure that there's a PS4 remake of that.
Is it out in North America?
Not at the moment. I don't think so. No, wait. Yeah, the HD remaster. There's probably an HD. Yeah, I remember there being a HD remaster for Wii U. Actually, I laughed when that shit.
Only in Japan.
It was
Like,
only in
what
Japan.
yeah, what the fuck were you thinking, Sega?
Fucking Wii U. Out of all the consoles, I heard the port wasn't even that great too. I heard it was glitchy. It was a glitchy mess on the Wii U. So they're saying something a lot for Sega. That would teach Sega not to put anything on a Nintendo console, especially one that's pretty much not really your target audience.
I mean, you could put. I mean, there's some franchises you could put on a Nintendo
Yeah.
console, like Sonic, but not fucking Yakuza.
Like Hatsune Miku or some shit.
Sonic.
What else? I don't know what else.
Actually,
Wait, what?
I looked. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just listening to you. I was like, you were saying something.
Oh, actually, I looked it up, and there is a Yakuza 1 thing for PS4.
Or it's 4 then. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, Yakuza 1 isn't rare like the second one. I think the second one disc only is worth like $75.
Yeah, it's really, really fucking obscure. Yeah. The only way I'd say you guys are probably able to play it is probably either through. I don't think there's a digital down. No, there's not even a digital down.
No.
So the only probably the cheaper way or the cheaper alternative is pirating it.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I would actually want the physical game myself. Like I digitally downloaded Yakuza 5 because I couldn't find it in stores. I found what is it? Dead Souls.
It was for.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yakuza 5 was for PS Plus last year.
Oh,
it
really?
Was. I think it was. It was free this year, I think.
Yeah, it was last month's PSN.
Yeah. Other than that, like I purchased it when it had the price drop, and even then, PS Plus it's got a price hike. I don't see myself investing any money into PS Plus anytime soon.
Unless you have more quality games like Yakuza, I don't know.
Okay, well, the thing is, Yakuza is one of those games where, in order to understand it, you have to play it in order. So far, I've only played Yakuza 1, and I want to play 2, but like I said, it's too expensive. If Sony would put it on the PS, with all this Yakuza hype going on, if Sony would, or Sega would put it on the PlayStation Store for digital download, I'd totally buy it, but as it stands, I can't really buy it because it's so much money.
Yeah, I mean.
Speaking of Tokyo Game Show non-SMT predictions, Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May. If only.
Like that was a thing that people wanted at E3. Like the voice actor for Nero and Dante already confirmed that it's a thing. People expected it at E3, but it didn't happen. So
Mega Man X9 for PS4. Thank you. Oh god, they left it on a cliffhanger, man. I mean, I'm hyped for anything Mega Man this time around. If they're willing to prove fucking what's his face. I'm gonna bury Kenji Inafune to the ground and be like, yo, your game is shit, even though you don't have us anymore. But anyways. What else are we forgetting about TGS? TGS, oh yeah, Atlas merchandise. If you guys are interested, you're gonna get your Jack Frost plushies, your Persona 5 book bags, and whatever you guys love. Figures. Yeah,
I'd love to get that, but I can't go to Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, not many people can. But anyways, for the folks who are going to Tokyo Game Show, look around for merchandise. You're probably gonna see a lot of it.
All right. So now, are you guys ready to go on to our main topic?
Yes, main topic is what? Crossovers?
Yep, crossovers for the SMT series.
Yeah, so crossovers. I would like to just start off by saying Sharp FE, as much as I don't like its appeal, and the concept they decided to go with it. It's a good game all in all. I hope as I play through TMS, I see more serious themes to it, as like they take the game seriously and not make it pandering towards towards the fan or the fan service type shit. I don't like that. I mean, I'm personally not a fan of it. However, if it's gonna tie into what the game actually is, then whatever. As for the gameplay, it's great. I love it. When it comes to future crossovers that I see SMT and like this Brave Frontier X Apocalypse crossover, for an example, it's doing really well. I see the tie-ins. I hope to see more crossovers like this in the future, or if they decide to do one with Persona 5. Yeah, that would be great. As for crossovers with other types of media, as far as I know, I like watching Japanese shows, dramas, tokusatsu in particular. This tokusatsu, when I mean by tokusatsu, I mean Kamen Rider, I mean Super Sentai, which is literally just Japanese Power Rangers, and Garo. Pretty much, I would love to see some crossovers with that, just crossing over with Japanese media in general and getting ported to the West or a Western audience, such as like I thought Brave Frontier, that whole crossover was going to be Japanese exclusive. However, seeing it come over here is really a shocker. So it's pretty good. That is going on. Yeah. When it comes to
Japanese stuff than we ever have.
Yeah.
I mean, we got fucking Gal Gun.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk
that
about
$90 DLC hype.
Let's not talk about that. Like honestly, Galgun is like literally just no. I mean,
well, I mean, I'm just saying we got it. Like that doesn't look like the kind of thing.
Who localized it?
I don't know.
Xseed?
Let me look it up.
It's probably Xseed. If anything, it's probably Xseed or NIS, or Axis. Those are the companies I can think of that fucking publish weeb ass games. But yeah, anything Japanese related, like I'm so into Garo. That's more of like the mature aspect when it comes to tokusatsu. It's all CGI based, so don't expect anything appealing from that show. If you're like it has horror, it has gore, it has fucking nudity in it, and I feel like that really ties in a lot with SMT. So if they were to do a crossover game with Garo and SMT, that would be great. It would tie in really well because in Garo you have the main enemies, which are called horrors. They look like demons too, but they look a lot like demon-esque figures. So yeah, I feel like that will do well when it comes to the whole crossover aspect with SMT. As for SMT crossing over with other Western games, maybe with a Western audience, I know Yamai, I think Masuyuki Doi, and Ryota, I'm pretty sure they've stated that Mad Max Fury Road is their favorite Western movie they've watched, and they said that they had a lot of inspirations when it came to making SMT4 and SMT4 Final or Apocalypse, and I feel like I could see them making or probably making collaborations with Western type games. I don't know what company they might go after, but I could see it in the future. They decide to expand the mature aspect of the game. When it comes to Mad Max, I can see the similarities in when it comes to 4. If you look up Blasted Tokyo and you compare it to the whole location of that movie, there's the similarities. Like you got the whole desert thing going on with the two, and it's pretty much like a wasteland, I'd say. So that correlates. They did that whole connection with that, even though that's just based on their interests, which is nice that they're getting Western influence into their Japanese-esque games. So yeah, I would love to see some type of Western crossover when it comes to SMT. Other than that, I can't think of any other potential crossovers that they could do. However, crossovers mean a lot to Atlas and mainline itself. I feel like if anything were to get a crossover, it would have to be mainline. Yeah, that's all I have to say really. So John, do you have any ideas or anything, your thoughts on the potential crossovers or the current crossovers we have with the games?
Well, before I talk about that, I just wanted to say that for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I mean, it's a good game, but the thing is, it doesn't really feel like an actual crossover. It just feels more like a new idea that's got some fan service for Fire Emblem and SMT, literally.
Yeah, in a sense, I could see you saying that. In my personal opinion, I don't really give a shit for fan service. I mean, I'm just playing it just because it's considered and it's part of the SMT franchise, whatever. You can't avoid it. This game is here to stay whether you like it or not. It's I wouldn't say it's on the same weeb level, or I don't even know if that's a thing, but on the fan service level of what's that game? Devil Survivor, the franchise for Devil Survivor, but otherwise
Well, by fan service, I don't mean like half naked women. I mean like, they're including stuff from the SMT series, and they're including stuff from the Fire Emblem series.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when I say fan service.
Oh, you mean as in like you mean kind of like to celebrate the two franchises fan service type thing. Okay, I kind of misunderstood you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so
I mean, there's actual fan service in it too. So
yeah, but I mean, I didn't know you were talking about fan service on the fan service as in the two core franchises that represent that game. Yeah, I do love the whole inclusion of the weapon triangle and the status effects. Raku Kaja, the Kaja and the Unda statuses or the moves, they're all multi-target, so they're not like they're not. I think they're multi-target. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that applies to, or if not, they're either single or multi-target. I would hate it to be multi-target. I mean single target. Like Persona 4 and Persona 3. But yeah, it's heavily based on Persona 2, as like the mirages and everything, which is nice. It has the mixture of all the SMT stuff you would expect in SMT with Fire Emblem. So yeah. Anything else you would want to say about Sharp FE and your thoughts?
Not really. But as far as crossovers go,
oh yeah, I'm done with my spiel.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, Anthony, how would you feel about a crossover Doom?
Crossover Doom. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that. I mean, look at Strange Journey and look at Doom. I mean,
yeah, it's basically like a JRPG version of Doom.
In a sense, however, it's not a shooter. But I would love to see Megaten shooters.
Yeah.
I would love to see Megaten shooters though.
Yeah.
They should totally make us if they were to do anything, they should totally make a spin-off of Strange Journey and make it into a shooter where you just go around shooting demons. It'd just be like a fucking Doom game, to be honest. Be amazing though to see that though in this type of gameplay. Yeah.
Also, I think I've talked about this before, but maybe if Atlas could release like a fighting game that just kind of like Project X Zone that just has characters from all their franchises into one game.
Yeah, they could do that. However, the way with Project X Zone, the way it's executed, the presentation or the way the story flows in that game is really, really fucked up. As in, it makes no sense whatsoever. It makes some sense to some franchises, but it doesn't make sense in general.
Well, I mean, it's still fun.
It's a fun game regardless. I love playing Project X Zone whenever I have the chance to play that game. However, people will complain, oh, hey, it's fucking stupid, and they may not like the way how things are executed. However, I envisioned something like that with with the release of SMT Cross FE. Um, that like I envisioned the whole main aspect, like your main way of traveling through timeline was like through the Mala network. They could use that as the base and then just literally connect all the series, all the characters together, or just try to find some way how they could connect the SMT world with the Fire Emblem world. When just using the Mala network as the base or whatever, right? That would have been a cool thing.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I like how would they have made that work? I mean, you take Fire Emblem for example; it's like a medieval high fantasy setting kind of thing, and SMT is like a modern. It's like modern.
It would work in a sense. Here's the thing: Rhino and Demi-Fiend are the two guys that can travel through the network, the Mala network. In a sense, you could be playing as either one. You could set Demi-Fiend as a main protagonist or whatever, and then let's say he gets thrown into a different world or something goes wrong when he's time traveling through the timeline. He could just be dropped into the world of Fire Emblem or whatever and use demons as a main of his combat or type of thing.
So like the only SMT playable SMT character would be Demi-Fiend.
Would be Demi-Fiend through the Mala network. However, he could probably just grab the other protagonists from the branch or from the main line or somewhere. And because here's the thing, it could go so many ways with this. Like there's so many possibilities by using the Mala network. Like some like protagonists of certain games, or there's some way of actually getting to that or finding the base or finding the core. It's either through the terminals, like the terminals are consistent through the mainline games. So why not just hook up the Mala network to all the terminals of those games whatsoever?
Yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah,
Kind of like in a Super Mario Brothers Z type of thing.
Yeah. When it comes to the Konga,
I just like if they were to do that, I just hope they wouldn't try to shoehorn in as many characters as possible for fan service.
Yeah, when it comes to the Konga Messiahs, the DLC for SMT Apocalypse, the same concept is used there. However, it's Steven who brings the protagonists in the one area, whereas I could see Steven being the main entity for the crossover game. Because he can travel through any timeline whatsoever. You can go through SMT1, you can go through SMT2, you can go through Raito, you can go through Persona, you can go through anything. Because it's been proven that he has been the founder and the developer of the
Demon Summoning app.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I can communicate with everybody. So there's that. That's the way I can see that crossover being a little bit better than what we got from the final product. Other than that, either Raito or Demi-Fiend as the main protagonists and have them bring allies from their own games and bring them. Even bring Nanashi too. Nanashi would have been like the minority. Like he would probably be the last one to show up. It would be like Demi-Fiend could probably reach into the future and then grab Nanashi as a playable character. Something like that. Something really cool. Other than that, I mean, if we were to compare crossovers for Japanese media, let's say Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, because I've seen movies where both of them will cross over, it'll be the stupidest way they could do it. They could literally do some time warp shit, or they could be in a certain area at the same time, and then whatever. They will do anything, but it works. It works regardless. It goes with the pace of the movie, even though they're not canon to them to the story itself or the main series.
Well, that's why I was that's why I was bringing up Super Mario Brothers Z earlier, because it works and it actually works in a way that's not stupid. Like,
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. Atlas could have done so many things with it if they like literally thought harder. But I felt like the first product that they had in mind was that it's just that they couldn't execute it, or they were having writer's block, or they couldn't program, or they couldn't make it physically possible. In a
Yeah.
sense, they could have just reached out to fans and be like, "Oh, hey, you know, we're kind of stumped. What do we do?"
You want to
Right?
know why I think we got that trailer like in 2013 for Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem? I think it was because the Wii U wasn't selling so well. So then Nintendo just pulled some crazy idea out of their asses that would get everyone hyped to buy a Wii U.
Yeah.
And then they made a trailer of it, and then they just put it up there because we didn't get any word about it for two and a half years.
Yeah. That's literally what it went down. So.
Oh well, okay. Well, we did get some word, but the only word we got was it's not dead.
Yeah. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is now. Sharp FE it's a good game by all means. However, it's something that we didn't really want as fans.
It's probably not, and that's another problem because once again we didn't get any info for 2.5 years, so everyone had that 2.5 years to imagine what the game was going to be like, and then it was completely different.
Yeah, they felt betrayed on the whole idea of that, and I felt that way too. I mean, I'm with the fan base with this. I'm like, if you get no information for God knows how many years, that's bad PR. That's on Atlas themselves. So you have every right to judge Atlas, whatever the reason it is, because they didn't give any information. You got
if they gave us something earlier, they probably would have been like, oh well.
In a sense, it was misleading. However, people like to say it's like, oh, you know, it's just a trailer of the two mashup, or they just wanted to show the characters and whatnot. I'm like, no, they promised something. They promised whatever it was, whatever SMT Cross Fire Emblem was gonna be. They didn't promise idols. They didn't show off any concept art, which was bad. For the X amount of years,
they didn't really show off anything original in the trailer. They just showed some artwork, and then they cut to like a burning city or something, and that was it. The only thing original was the title.
There was no burning city.
I mean, it was something. I don't even know what the thing in the background of that trailer was.
It was a moon, literally just a moon with a building in the trailer, and it was red. It was, I don't know. I'm just saying whatever it came. But anyways, it wasn't even in Sharp FE. Like, people had like chances to envision what this thing was gonna be. Just in case, like, everybody's just misled on this one thing for Sharp FE, and it's like, I mean, of course, I would feel that way. I'm like, this is not what I asked for. However, it's like, oh hey, you know, we're just gonna give you this, and you're just gonna like it. And I mean, yes, I did like it. I liked some of it. I didn't like the whole appeal of it. It's not my taste. The whole idol stuff is not my taste. However, the gameplay is my taste. Other than that, yeah, there's not much I can say about the whole.
Well, even with all that, I don't think that's a good enough reason to say the game's going to be shit. But I think I still gave it a chance, and I'm glad I did because the game is good. But
the game is
it's
good.
not what I was expecting.
Yes, not like that's people share that same thought with you throughout when they got that announcement.
And also, I heard that like when they started developing it, they actually did start making like a strategy RPG that had SMT characters in it, but then they decided to trash it for some reason. Like you said, that's probably because they thought, well, this isn't really going to work story wise.
Yeah.
Even though it could have worked.
Honestly, I really don't know. Whatever, it's there, it's gonna be staying for us for a while, whether you like it or not. Andreas, what are your thoughts on Sharp FE? Any potential crossovers? What is your general say in this?
Sharp FE. I'm kind of mixed about it. I was semi-hyped for SMT Crossfire Emblem. It didn't happen. I was on the live stream for the direct. It was April Fool's, so when it happened, I laughed for like a solid 5 minutes. And then I got time to think over it. Now I think it's a good IP. It's not SMT Crossfire Emblem. That idea is pretty much dead, but I think it's a good game, and I don't relate it to SMT Crossfire Emblem at all.
I mean, they had plans for a sequel. However, personally, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about a sequel after what I've seen with this game. People will be hyped for it. I know some people will. However, I'm not too really fond. I just feel like it's just a one-shot wonder. Let it be like that. Just do something else. Like,
It got some pretty good critical reception. Like, I think the critic Metascore is an 84.
Yeah, it's a good rating by all means, but I felt like this game was meant to be like a one-shot wonder and leave it just at that. Which it should be, in my opinion, because they should focus on other crossover projects that I feel that are pretty much should get the spotlight. Just any other game, to be honest. Could be Dynasty Warriors. I mean, I would love to see a Dynasty Warriors game like that, like all with all SMT characters mashed up into one world, just fighting demons, hordes of demons. God knows, right? Yeah. So pretty much, you guys have anything else to say?
Nah, I can't really think of anything.
Right.
I guess it's my turn to give some ideas for crossover stuff.
Alright, let's hear 'em, boy.
Well, I have a crazy idea that should never work, but SMT / Yakuza. Like, it's fucking crazy, but I can see it working. I don't know how, but it will.
Okay, so you got a bunch of mafia guys using demons. I mean, yeah, that is a quest. I mean, in SMT, I could see it working. As it when it comes to the main characters using demons rather than the fists and whatever, I could see some kind of I could see something like that. The main character picks up a comp and whatever. It's like, what is this shit? And then they just go around using it.
It's like Dead Souls, where you have Kazuma being like, hey, here's a comp.
Yeah.
Oh, there's demons. Let's beat the shit out of them with a pipe.
Demons invading Tokyo? Yeah, I can see that happening.
And even though there's demons, like, you could still have there should still be like the whole gang war thing, but with demons. That would be pretty cool, like a Dead Souls type of thing.
Yeah, but a lot of, like, from what I've heard from pretty much Yakuza fans, Dead Souls is probably one of the least favorite.
It's one of the worst.
Yeah. However, I could see that plan being used as a crossover for SMT, so it certainly is a viable idea. I can see it working. I mean, the same shit is went through when it came to side quests in SMT4, and yeah, you just literally Tayama of SMT4 is a mafia. It's just that he's more of a pussy when you compare him to Yakuza, the brute personalities of Yakuza. Other than that, yeah, I can see that happening.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, I suppose it could work if it were, and people are gonna crucify me for saying this, but if it were to get across, well, not exactly a crossover, but like some kind of mode in a game's like kind of like Call of Duty Zombies, except instead of zombies, you have demons instead.
Wait, as in the Yakuza game itself, or you're just saying like a optional mode in an SMT game?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, all right.
Like if Strange, like say Strange Journey were to get an FPS spin-off, they can include something like that.
Yeah, where you play like this only demons mode, or
Yeah, just like a never-ending horde mode where you only have a select few weapons and you have to survive as long as you possibly can.
They could do something really fucked up where they take the neutral ending of Strange Journey and then just twist it a little bit to make it like, oh hey, they haven't eradicated Antarctica or whatever the fuck is the Schwarzwald or whatever it's called.
Demons still swarming all over the earth.
So then they would just make a spin-off where it's like, oh hey, you know, they go like whatever, they go blasting the shit out of the remnants of the demons, whatever's left of the demons, and then just call it a story mode.
Strange Journey 2 Hell on Earth.
If there's an option to summon like some type of demons, like gameplay, like stats be damned, like any demons random, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you have this bar or something, and if you shoot like enough demons, it will fill. And if that happens, like you could summon demons until they die.
Oh.
Like your magnetite meter or some shit.
Yeah, that could be used as a gaming type mechanic. I want magnetites to come back. I don't know if I'm the only person. I want magnetite to come back as something for the newer games, and maybe even crossovers to see magnetite coming back. I think it was in Devil Survivor. That's the only one I can think of that actually uses magnetite. Other than that, I wanted to see it come back as a mechanic. I don't want it to be more. I wanted it to be more modernized because I know they removed it. They dropped magnetite because of, oh hey, you know, people have their demons out all the time. Let's drop
that was a huge pain in the ass.
I mean, in a sense it was, but I want them to make it more modernized. You know what I mean by that? Like, as in make it not really frustrating. They can craft it to the way that they can use it. They could either use it to get bonus skills or whatever, or they could use it to, you know, when you're walking around with demons, and you could collect magnetite as you walk.
How about
or maybe something like, say a demon dies in battle. If you want to summon another demon, you have to use magnetite to summon it.
Well, yeah, something like that during battle.
And the more powerful the demon is, the more magnetite you need.
Yeah.
How about an option where, so your main character levels up by EXP and you gain magnetite, but your demons don't have EXP levels, so they level up by magnetite.
That's a cool idea too. That could work.
Or they could do what Devil Survivor did, where like you have a magnetite meter, and when that goes up, you can give one of your demons a skill.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of ways it can go. Pretty much. Honestly, there's so many ideas. It's just that is Atlas willing to sit down, think about what they're gonna do for the next project, and say, oh hey, why don't we do a crossover with this franchise, or why don't we do a crossover with this? Where is the money being made, right? Do you think if we partner up with, let's say, the Yakuza series, or we partner up with the Doom series, or we partner up with who else, Toei, and do the Dynasty Warriors crossover, they have all these factors that they have to think about. And I feel like if they do any crossover and it has potential Western, they can get exposed somehow. I feel like that will be a great way, or people will look into the mainline series and, like, you know, start making the obscure characters such as Demi-Fiend, Aleph, the hero from Persona, or not hero from Persona 1, the hero from SMT 1, and just obscure characters, and just make them famous in a game, make them lovable and whatnot. I mean, I can see that happening. I mean, look at Hyrule Warriors. I mean, Link is a silent protagonist, right? So let them be. Let one they do something like that. That would be great. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I don't know. You got anything else?
Besides the generic ones, like I forgot what that platformer's called. It's like made by Capcom.
Beautiful
Man?
Joe.
No, it like ghouls and ghosts or something.
Ghosts and Goblins, but yeah, Ghouls and
Yeah.
Ghosts too.
An SMT platformer would be pretty interesting to see.
A Jack Frost platformer.
Like Jack Bro is only 2D.
Yeah, like the power ups would be like
Or-
fucking.
It's like
just
Jack Bro is
Frost.
only a side scroller.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And like SMT Cross Devil May Cry, but that's the generic one.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't think of anything else really. I'm pretty exhausted on this topic, to be honest. But yeah, like that's pretty much all we have like to say when it comes to crossovers. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess,
Hopefully Atlas will do some of them.
Yeah.
Maybe they will.
Hopefully.
I mean,
Um,
if they were to somehow get a crossover with Doom, that would definitely get a lot of people into the SMT series because Doom is a very popular series.
Yeah. Doom has been around for a while, and I'd say if they get the deal with Doom, that would be a great idea for the franchise as a whole. Other than that, yeah, I think that's it pretty much. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me and Andreas. I will probably pop in like probably for some episodes, you know, if you guys enjoy my points or whatever, like you just leave me feedback also on the way I speak and all that stuff. I really want to know. I don't get that much attention when it comes to my own podcasts. They're kind of just there. The very first episode we had a lot of feedback from that, but the episodes following it didn't get any feedback, and I'm wondering if I'm doing a good job or if they're just writing us off as the amateurs, or you know, I just need some kind of form of feedback. I hope Heretic Mansion can do this for me. And yeah, like totally I had my fun here. Like it's great. Yeah. Even before I was running the podcast currently, I was a fan of Heretic Mansion actually, and I subscribed to it when it first launched. I didn't actually know it was owned by John until I actually met him in the Facebook group. But yeah, Heretic Mansion literally just plopped out in the open right after when Rosenbrand. I'm pretty sure you guys know him, but he was a major guy in the fan base, the Megaton fan base as a whole, and he did his own Cathedrals of Shadows podcast, which I was really fond of. I listened
Yeah,
to
he
pretty
was.
much.
He was kind of he was what inspired me to do
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah,
he's
and
probably, other than SMT Network, he's probably the biggest.
yeah,
It was probably the biggest SMT podcast.
yes, and literally like when we got to when I finished this last episode, I think that was right after when Record Breaker was announced. Like it was out, and then they concluded the podcast. Your podcast showed up, and I thought it was a continuation, or it was like a spinoff, or someone, or whatever it was. But then, yeah, I literally just subscribed, and I was like, I've been getting updates from your channel, and I thought, you know, this is gonna go far. And I didn't know it was you doing it. But yeah, pretty much high hopes for my podcast and the Heretic Mansion, specifically the Heretic Mansion, because I feel like it's going to be an international way of getting to know people on YouTube and certain forum sites and whatnot.
Yeah, I hope it is.
my
We're
yeah,
still trying to get it off the ground. Like
yeah,
I think my channel has about 178 subscribers right
yeah.
now.
I have 400. However, it's just me, just not putting.
But you had other stuff before.
Yeah, I had other stuff before. It's just more of like getting the content out to these users and seeing if they will actually
Yeah.
look into them or actually give it a chance. Other than
I
that,
kind of
like,
want to start doing other videos too, but I still want to keep SMT the main focus of the
yeah.
channel.
See, that's the thing. When it comes to SMT being the main focus of your channel, it's not really a good investment
It
per
makes
se.
it kind of obscure.
It makes it obscure. You can't make money off of it. I know you can't make money off of Megaten. However, when you're running a channel and trying to get views, it's kind of like you need to get some interactive media. When it comes to sharing links and whatever on certain boards like our Megaten and SMTG, you probably get criticized and be like they'll probably just write it off because it's like, oh hey, it's just another podcast. What are you trying to be, like another Rawson or something? Like you're gonna get criticized.
Yes.
However, it's like, oh hey, are you not gonna give us a chance of actually or you're actually listening to us and taking us seriously? Because I mean, there's a lot of users in the fan base who really just kind of like to shit on and do stuff, and I kind of feel like it's really bad. It's a really bad practice. However, there is some good, genuine people on the boards, and I've seen a lot of people, specifically this one user from our Megaton, Ninto55. He or she, I don't know the gender. Sorry if I assumed. But yeah, that person has been really, really active on posts, and whenever I posted something on there, they were generally, interested, and I was like, pretty much when that user commented, I'm pretty sure that person is an administrator though, however, of our Megaton, but it's pretty cool. I would love to see that interaction with the other users. I mean, not to say that there isn't, but most of the people who are posting on there are either shit posters or people who really shit on opinions. But other than that, I might hit up my podcast off there or whatnot sometime
Yeah,
soon.
me too.
Um,
The thing is, Rosin, like his podcast, when I started listening to it, it was about the same size as my podcast now, but I mean, he was getting a lot more interaction. I'm not getting as much interaction as he was.
Yeah, because it really just died down. It's like it's kind of hard to grab the audience now since not many people take it really seriously, or it's like I gotta
Yeah.
resort to making persona content to get the main attraction. I feel like I shouldn't even have to rely on persona to get the users or get the people who actually genuinely are interested in. Because here's the thing, Facebook numbers and numbers of members in a Facebook group don't matter. People who like a page on Facebook that is Megaton related doesn't matter really. Only like a half portion or probably like a quarter or a teensy bit of people will actually see that content and be genuinely interested in it. But when it comes to the rest of the internet, you got to take in consideration, are are the people going to take it seriously? Are they going to take a look at it? Is it really interacting? But like, here's the thing: Rawson just got popular. It was just a miracle. It just happened because he was just a genuinely good guy. He whatever he
Yeah.
did, and the whole introductions and beginners guides and whatnot. I mean, I could make a beginner guide, but
Yeah, well, I mean, I can do that too, but I don't want
but
to copy off of him.
exactly, you want to be original. You want to do something that hasn't been done before in the fan base.
And well, and also that was at a time when, like, it was after SMT Across Fire Emblem was announced, and more people were wanting to get into SMT. It's kind of died down since then.
Yeah. So you got to look at the time and placement of certain things. You're not going to get popular overnight. Like, you got to look for the right time and the right opportunity. And that's the thing. I mean, Keith, who runs the niche gaming trivia channel, um, he wants to get popular right away. Like, he wants
to get 100,000 subs.
Yeah,
at
he
the
wants
end
to
of
get
the year.
100,000 subs. I'm like, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard for him because you gotta take into consideration how many people are gonna take you seriously. How many what fan base are you catering to? If you're gonna say mostly Megaten, you're probably gonna get like low numbers. A fraction or a small portion of people will actually care for Megaten. That's what I'm saying. Most of the people care for memes. They mostly care for entertainment. They care for things that will make them laugh or, something like that, right? I mean, there's always something that will get them in the loop. And I don't think, trivia of Megaten will get them in the loop. However, I see it happening. He did say that his channel's also for other things, not just Mega 10. So I can see him getting popular off of something else, but having all his Mega 10 content to the side, just staying true to the Mega 10 series. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say when it comes to promoting ourselves and just in general.
Yep. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
I guess that's enough for me. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if Andres wants to say anything.
I would probably, as a thing of advice, I would probably say get like some popular SMT YouTubers on here if they have the time, like Johnny Awesome or Sir Lionheart,
Oh yeah, I remember they were on Cathedral
or
Shadows.
some
Simply Dad.
or some
Yeah.
translator.
Or hell, maybe get Rosin on here.
I mean, Rosin was on your first episode.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I do not remember. I'm pretty sure I remember if I put him on.
Okay,
the
okay.
episode.
You know what? Okay. I will listen.
Or get someone like Gideon Z from Aeon Genesis and talk
Yes,
about
but
SMT.
here's the thing why I didn't
Okay.
want to get him on my podcast and why I kind of resented the idea. I had it in mind, but I didn't want to do it. It's just that he's just going through personal problems. I mean,
I don't want to bother him when he's going through that.
yeah, he's got a crap ton of translations he's got to work on. I don't think he has the time to even join a podcast or talk about or rant for a day. However, when a time comes when he's like sorted out finally his problems, when he finally gets a job, when he does all this stuff, I feel like he's just gonna be back in motion, and that's when I can ask him. However, when it comes to other people, I could probably just ask people on YouTube or people on our Mega 10 because there's bigger names out there. Like you got Shin Megami Talks, a guy who hasn't been active for reasons. I know the reasons why he hasn't been active, but like he's got like 700 subs. But I loved his content. I loved what he's talked about. He also had the whole Mega 10 Rift discussion with a couple of YouTubers I know. Also, Jordan Alves from that we know has also taken part of that whole type of thing. He hasn't been uploading also, so there's that. It's just
He's got about 200 subscribers.
yes, and it's just trying to find the right people to talk to, just to get your name out there. Because honestly, it's hard. Like it's really hard. However, it's like personally, I'm not too fond of showing my face in videos because I'm not really like I'll have those days when I'm comfortable and I'll have those days when I'm not. But you know, it's kind of like, oh hey, who wants to see a brown guy just talking about an obscure game that nobody really cares about? So there's that. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of ways to actually build myself as a YouTuber. However, I'm willing to collaborate. I'm willing to, if I can make a small difference to somebody, even with somebody who has like 700 subscribers, that would be fine. Like, I mean, I'm not really into for subs. I'm really into just providing for the community and providing for the fan base I love. That's what it is for me.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Like, if all I cared about were views and subs, then I focus on something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Well, anything else you guys want to say?
No, I think I'm done. Andres?
All right. Well, this episode went on a little longer than I expected again, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's better.
I'm not
better than nothing.
So, since it's the end of the podcast, time to talk about my Twitter.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about your Twitter.
So, I have two Twitter accounts. One's pretty much dead because Apocalypse is coming out, so rip in peace. So my main Twitter account is creator of Edge at Dragonlord 1200.
Oh, 1200. That's what it was. It wasn't 1000.
I don't, to be honest, I don't even remember that.
Oh Jesus. Anyways, but yeah, if you're following, I think you have a Twitter too, John. Do you?
Me,
Yeah.
I don't have a Twitter.
Okay. Well, in any case, if you know me, I'm at NeosAntrax. You can find our podcast Twitter which I'll be giving the password to John, and John can do whatever he wants because he's also part of our podcast. It's at SMT Amala Network, so just search that up. You'll literally just find it. It's just picture of Krishna or whatever. And yeah, you'll just see the banner as our thumbnail for the videos we usually use. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, go ahead. Other than that, like, subscribe to Keith's new channel, Niche Gaming Trivia. He also has his own Twitter, which is at did you know Tensei, I think? Yeah, something like that. You'll find it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't think of any other social media links we have other than the Facebook group, which you can just search us facebook.com/group/Megaten. So that's pretty much it for me.
All right.
All right.
Well, I think we're done.
Yeah, this has been
Heretic Mansion. It was great having you two on here. Hopefully, we'll have you on again sometime.
Yep, for sure. You will probably get call support from me. And
as always, thank you guys for listening, and goodbye.
Heretic Mansion, now over 178 subscribers.
I hope so.
See you guys later.
See ya.